Oh.
Hello everyone, thanks for joining and watching us today. So I'm Khadia and I'm again here in the Tbilisi DICHO Pavilion physically, and of course digitally I'm connecting to the Milan Pavilion. As you may have already known, this project is about connecting two identical pavilions in Milan and Tbilisi, and using streaming tools as ways to build up a common space between those two locations and non-locations even. And this project is initiated by creative agency Abnormal and developed for 2020 Tbilisi Architecture Biennial. And I'm here basically to take care of Tbilisi Pavilion program, let's say. We are going to have different presentations, talks, performance for the next 10 days. And you can get all the full information through our Facebook event, through the official webpage of Biennial, social media platforms, and so on. Just to make you understand, this project has different dimensions, physical and digital dimensions. You can check our streaming schedule, and then you can see all the events through a Twitch platform and social media platforms. And for the Tbilisi program, you can just come here and also watch us through the screen.
Physically.
Yeah, physically, but again through the screen. Before giving the floor to our first guest, let me give you a very brief conceptual framework of our program. Nowadays, in times of COVID, the question of locality and self-presence has become very complex and blurred, I guess, because digital territories have become inevitable territories for us, for connecting, communicating, and socializing. And we have to fully immerse ourselves. And Georgian program is going to question, once again, with a pause and question, what are our digital territories? How we reflect, and can we really build up digital territories as a common space, as a space for reflection? And I guess this question leads to the project Web Dream. And my first guest, our first guest is Dila, with a presentation Web Dream, archiving and mapping.
Collecting, mapping.
Dreams of Tbilisi.
And we are already in a dreamlike situation, not?
Yeah,
because
different layers.
We sit in here in this room, and I believe, people told me that somewhere in another city people are watching us.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm talking to the camera and I don't have a feedback loop, but I believe that there are other people watching us, so it is already a dreamlike situation. I think the technologies have already become like dreamlike.
Yeah, we have so many layers of realities, like digital, virtual, physical, and so on.
And dreams.
Yeah, and dreams, and this is also a very good point. Just let me ask you a few questions about the project, and then I will just give you the floor to talk about your project. How did you come up with this idea to collect the dreams of Tbilisi? I know that you've been working on this project since quite long, and you've been collecting dreams of our society, let's say. Do you really see dreams and this interactive map of dreams as an avatar of our society?
Yeah. Let me start with how I begin with this dream things. Years ago, my friend David Makaridze introduced me to the society of dream hackers. There was a society who was, they were Russian guys. Mainly they talked to each other with mails and forums, and they were very devoted dream researchers. They called themselves dream hackers, and they had this very interesting method of, they called it dream cartography. Dream cartography basically means you take a paper and you starting mapping your dreams. For example, if you have a occurring dream of some building or some spaces of some people, you map it on a paper. You map it on a paper, and week after week, you have a complete dream map, your personal dream map. I mean,
psychogeography also like involved.
Yeah, and it was times when I was very interested with psychogeography, and I saw this like. I was thinking, I'm starting to doing my own dream map, and I had this occurring dream of, I was in a building which is called Red School. I don't know why, but it was a red school, and I put it on my map, the red school. Then I found out the bridge. I call it Winter Bridge because it was bridge where you can go from subtropical places to the winter places in my dreams. So it was close to the red school. So I started to like dream cartography. But in that times I was very interested in psychogeography, and I was seeing city as a living organism, as a whole. And the idea pops up in my head. I thought, what if I will start dream cartography of the city, not the person, not only one person, but the whole city. And what if the city is the like whole, if the city is the like person, what is desires of the city, what is the secrets of the city, what is some archetypes of the city. So I started this project, I started to think in the terms of the whole. Let us ask our citizens about dreams. Let's collect as much dreams as possible and see what Tbilisi wants to say, what Milan wants to say, what Shanghai wants to say, what are the dreams behind them. So to get closer to that, I want to touch the theme called dream sociology. I believe it was coined by Georges Bataille. I think Georges Bataille, French mystic, philosopher, writer, one of my favorites. And in short, dream sociology means to apply sociological methods on dreams. Sounds crazy.
Yeah,
sounds
it
crazy.
does.
Yeah, it sounds crazy, but that's why I want to do that. That's why all my gang, all my squad want to do this, to apply sociological methods on dreams and how we can do that. And the first question always is, why dreams? There's so many problems outside. There's so many problems in the world. Why researching dreams? What is this? Why
so special about it?
Why is it so special? So I have few answers on this. The first answer is, what is happening outside is starting inside. If I have bad intentions, it's because something wrong is happening inside me. And dreams encapsulated all these things inside. So in order to fix something outside, we have to start fixing something inside. So the dreams are the biggest source of it. The second is, I said, we are in very dreamlike situations right now, and because technology has become dreamlike, and if we are now fascinated with video games, virtual reality, right? The evolution gives us virtual reality a million years ago, and these are the dreams. The dreams are biological virtual reality. This is a crazy idea if you think, because this is a controlled, safe environment where you can do anything.
Yeah, it's absolutely free as well.
And it doesn't need any cables, anything.
Free of charge, you don't
free
pay.
Of charge, and it starts immediately when you go to sleep. So in that controlled environment, you can be anything, you can do anything, you can fix anything, you can die a million times. you can be eaten by a tiger and then woke up and see, oh, there's a tiger. Let's kill the tiger tomorrow. And in dreams, it's not just a tiger. It means something. It means something. And this is the second answer to why dreams, because dreams are biological, virtual reality. And if we want to go beyond these new technologies, we will go backward and see what happens in our virtual reality. Why evolution gives us this environment where we can be someone else, and what's really happening inside that. For me, it's a crazy and good idea. And yet one answer is that dreams are like Netflix for our unconsciousness. It's like television, which constantly broadcasting archetypal images. You know, like Carl Gustav Jung said, the archetypes are laying in our dreams. So constantly, every night when we go to sleep, some television, Netflix, pops out and broadcasts the images, broadcasts the archetypes, broadcasts the symbols. And there's so many things we are, like, imagine there's more than 7 billion people on the planet. The usual number of dreams people have at night is from 4 to 6. So imagine every night 7 billion people goes to sleep and see the fantastical landscapes, amazing things in their dreams, and when they wake up, all that gone and all that deleted forever. And we never know, and we don't know what's going on in there. It's in our heads, it's here, and we don't know what's...
and we don't have any control over it.
Yeah. And what's my favorite part too is dreams are legal hallucinations. Like nobody can catch you. You can madly hallucinate at night, every night, and nobody can catch you because you are hallucinating. So this part's how we see this project, why we want to collect the dreams, and the next part is how we collect these dreams. So we start to begin like doing the website and application. Application is just like you woke up at night, you just tap on your phone, tell your dream, and it goes speech to text, and it saves your dream. By website, you just go sign in and just telling your dreams, and you can set it on a private or you can set it on a public. If you set it on a public, everybody can see your dreams, so you can share. Other people can see your dreams too. Many years ago, we tried this project. We went just 1 month and we collected like 500 dreams. And it was one interesting moment that still stuck in my head. There was one day I woke up and I saw these 2 public dreams from different places in the city. The first one was a dream about something I don't remember. It was like some action movie kind of dream, and the dreamer mentioned that she saw the red dragon who flew over them, and then I saw the next dream when the dream was. The girl was heated argument with her mother, and she said, suddenly big red dragon sat down, and it was like, it was crazy moment. So did I just see the migration of dream character from one dream to another dream? So imagine if we can see it in 500 dreams, if we have 10,000. 20,000 dreams. We can find out the recurrent symbols. We can find out like NPCs in video games, non-player characters. We can find out, and if you apply it to the city, you can find out like what's the difference in the dreams between the fancy places and suburbs, for example. What's
Yeah.
the difference in
It's
the
a whole
dreams?
map of society. Yeah.
It's a whole map of society. It gives you the answers.
Yeah.
What's the difference in
There's so many things.
segregations. But if you go farther, that you can find out that instead of this all ethnical, racial, religious beliefs, there's something more in that dream that
Yeah,
connects us
beyond.
all. That connects us all. So this is very easy to say, but hard part is how to collect
Technical.
these dreams. So we're developing now two approaches. One approach is we call it Horoscope Approach, and second is Chatbot Approach. I will explain it.
Okay.
I will explain. Horoscope Approach is like this. A lot of people, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people love horoscope, even if they don't believe in astrology. Why they love the horoscopes? It's just psychological fact, because people love when they read something about them. I mean, for example, I'm a Leo, and I have this quality, and I will have kind of, and so on. And what we want to do here, we want to do the same. You can read about yourself. Approaches like this. For example, I'm writing down my dream. I put it.
You have to indicate your.
Yeah. Then I have a button, and we're using artificial intelligence technology called. Okay.
Yeah.
It's about language. It's about language. I just forget the name. It happens. It's about language.
Text to, you mean text to speech? It's an approach.
It analyzes your text. It analyzes your words. It analyzes the sentences. It analyzes the meaning behind the sentences, and then it gives you the analysis of a dream based on dream theories. There are a lot of dream theories, but we choose Jung's theory, Freud's theory, and one is like simulated thread theory. So you can choose any of them, and artificial intelligence technology will generate text about your dreams. And you can just put
Based on the theories.
based on the theory, based on your text, based on your dreams. And you can just choose, give me my weekly analysis, give me my monthly analysis, and you can
it's
learn
like a
about
horoscope.
yourself. And it's very strange thing, because dreams are ephemeral, like a Greek word ephemeral, like the absent and not absent in both times. And technologies are the ephemeral too. So it's very interesting for me to catch ephemeral thing like dreams, which are in our heads, with ephemeral technologies, with codes, with algorithms, and so on. So boom, the first is this. You can just write in your dreams for months, and then ask the computer theory or based on Freud's theory, and then read about yourself. And you can even find out connection between your dreams, the analysis of dreams, and the things which happen in your lives, or things what you want to do in your life in that period of time. If you have a depression period, for example, you can find out in analyzed dream that archetypes of like shadow is popping up and something like this. So this is the magical moment, like what we call horoscope moment, and why we can be interested, right? Because it's like you learning about yourself. The second one is like a chatbot approach. Want to add a chatbot to the website. So before you upload your dream, you can talk to the chatbot. Chatbot will be like combination of theories. Just clarify what is chatbot. Chatbot is a program which can talk to the human like humans talk to each other. So Before I will explain this chatbot method, I will just a little bit talk about chatbots and my another project. Can I?
Yeah, sure.
I was doing chatbots, like programs which you can text with, like for years, and I see chatbots like an art form. Definitely, chatbots are a new art form. For me, it's an art form. From chatbots, I go to the interactive memorials, interactive tombstones, and I wanted to see interactive memorial. I forgot. I created a chatbot of a poet, Georgian poet, who is deceased, who is dead, and people could talk to that poet. And it was a magical moment because you can talk to the technology gives you this permission that you can talk to the dead. Cyber Gala, the project Cyber Gala, and when I go further, I was like so excited. I said, now I want to see interactive tombstone. I want to talk to the dead person. I want to ask questions to the person who lived 10 years before me or 30 years before me. But situation in Georgia was like that nobody saw that like a art project for the first times. It was like, that's not art, that's something else. So I did a flip. I go guerrilla technology. I go to business. I found out there was a Creative Georgian Cup for businessmen and entrepreneurs, and I knew nothing about business and entrepreneurship. I just went straight there with this idea of interactive tombstones, and I was just saying a concept, art concept. I came up.
It's like a startup idea, right?
It was like many businessmen, and they was choosing the project which will go to Denmark. Present in Denmark to the like global competition. It was a competition. And I go there, I tell my art idea, and then they say, oh, this idea is good. Business said this idea is good. And there was a question, but who will be the customers? And I said a terrible thing, a very terrible thing, very hyper-capitalistic thing. I said everybody dies, so customers, everybody is potential customer for interactive memorial. So crazy thing happened. The business liked it. I go to Denmark. Then I create a company, and because of I wanted to create chatbots, because of I want to use artificial intelligence in art, I had to go to business side. Now I'm CEO of my company, and it gives us a strength because we have great narrative designers, great programmers, and now we can concentrate on a lot of things. And one of the things is a dream. So the business is on one side, and other things, our dreams, like what we want to achieve, is on the second side. So basically, the second thing what we want to build in the website is a chatbot, which is backed up with artificial intelligence. It asks you your age, your interests, and based on that, connects you with other dreamers. So it's like a social network for dreamers. And based on your dreams, you're connected to other dreams and other dreamers too. So you can find out the people who have dreams just like you. Or you can find out people who has the same archetype as you. If you are like archetype of the hero or archetype of the rebel, you can find out your rebels inside there.
So you can just build up different, just new community based on your dreams.
Based on the dreams, and
which is super interesting and important, I would say.
Yeah, community of dream hackers. And the last thing what we want to do, if we collect this data, if we collect these dreams, we will have like unconscious of Tbilisi.
Yeah.
And we can find out what this city wants, what the city really wants, because all our fantasies are like in psychology, we hide our fantasies. If we think they're dangerous, we hide them. And all these fantasies go to archetype, to the shadow archetype. and it pop-ups in dreams. So in this, if we go like this, we can see what city wants, and then what we want to do. We want to start dream sharing. We want to share Tbilisi dreams, for example, to Shanghai dreams. Then go to Shanghai,
You can
collect
just
dreams
spread
in Shanghai, and find out what's the differences, what's the favorite colors of these cities in the dreams, what's the favorite genre of the city.
It's
for example,
like
in Tbilisi, it may be the melodramatic genre or action movie genre. In Milan, I don't know, maybe it's some other genre. So you can find out, you can map the cities by genres too, by archetypes too. So that's basically.
So you're gonna analyze all the data, right, in order to have different categories like genre you mentioned, and maybe just leitmotifs and so on.
Leitmotifs.
And so many other things can be like really categorized.
And that's a great thing, because if citizens will put their dreams in the data publicly, if it's privately, we don't see them. We don't have a right to see them, but if it's public, everybody can read them, and the artificial intelligence program, I remember, natural language processing and natural language generating. It calls natural language processing. It processes, it reads the text, analyzes the text, and it can understand text as a human can understand the text. So we have some psychologists, but 1 or 2 or 3 or 10 psychologists can't analyze 10,000 dreams. But one good algorithm, one good program can analyze all the dreams, all the data, and give you the answers. So this is basically what we are trying to do and what we are doing right now.
So I have a question. I mean, dreams are very private, right? We really don't like sharing our dreams. Sometimes we are very selective sharing our dreams, because it can be everything and anything, and we just don't want to talk about our deepest fears and so on. I mean, don't you see kind of this problem in this project, that like audience is not going to be really honest with sharing their dreams, and they can be just selective and share only the dream that is kind of more or less more decent, let's say.
This is a great question, because we were thinking from the beginning. We were thinking about the level of honesty. How honest will be this?
How you gonna check this?
How honest will be these dreams? But we think positively, because I don't know, maybe it's cultural or maybe it's everywhere like that, but sometimes for me, people always talk dreams, always. If you ask somebody what dream you had, everybody tells me, all my friends tell me, oh, I see that, I see that, I see that, but they don't know the meaning behind that. And sometimes we just can share the dreams, and sharing the dreams is the very, very ancient art. It was like when we were sitting around the fire, we were sharing the dreams too. So it's like encoded in people. So sometimes maybe you honestly sharing happy dream, but the meaning behind it is terrible. But of course, there will be a lot of dreams which people don't want to share, which is very private, and we can nothing to do with
I
that.
mean, you will see. I think first you really need to
unless
you can experiment and
Elon Musk or somebody is
you can
like
just read.
Just put some
Neuralink.
Neuralink.
This
and
Neuralink.
You can just share your dreams. Unless that, we have this. This is our dream.
And I mean, this project is super interesting to me, like personally, just to share my opinion, because it has this potential to be social network, like social network through the dream. So the dreams are going to be main language. So I don't care about your everyday life, like what you're gonna do, like tomorrow or day after tomorrow. But I just want to know, about your dreams as a networking, and this is what really need, especially this pandemic really demonstrated this a very strong need of alternative territories for connecting, because social network is the last social space. Let's say it has completely different streams and different concepts. It just, I don't know, it just tracks you and identifies you according to what you purchase, mostly. So this project
as you
is.
said, it's like a different kind of social network, and what fascinates me is you don't have to ask the next person, who is he, who is she, what's your profession, what's your monthly payment, where she goes, which clubs, anything. You just connect it through the archetypes, through the dreams, and it's a new kind of connection. So imagine if maybe I will never meet a person I really deeply connected to in my life, but if I have this kind of technology and it maps me to the persons, and if our dreams connected to 90%, maybe I met a person who I really care about and who is really my friend, and not just the people who is on the social network or every day. You're connecting the archetypes. There are 12 archetypes by Jung, and there's sub-archetypes too. So you're connecting archetypes, not just the people, but archetypes behind the people, what they are representing in the life, what they are representing in their dreams and in their desires, the deep desires. And these deep desires, around these people, around this new fire camp. So that's. What you say, this is what was fascinating me in other terms, like social network terms. It's different kind of social network.
It can, not maybe social network, words are not really important here, but just space, virtual space for people to connect to one another, and which is very important to have some really alternative tools and territories. Once again, I will repeat this word, because nowadays we just get constantly tracked by what we purchase, and we really need some alternative territories. And also, as you mentioned,
and we have this alternative territory.
but
dreams,
not as
we have a lot of alternatives, right? We have digital alternative, we have dreams, but nowadays technology can't allow us to meet you in a dream, or let's do this conference in my dream, for example. Technology can't allow this right now, but I believe this maybe
it will come.
But still, there is an alternative space where we really simulate space, biological, virtual reality, where we pop up every night. And if we share this, maybe we will find something more deep about our own existence as a species. And existence as a species, and maybe we will find the key answers to everyday problems too. I believe there is some answers in dreams.
Of course. This collection of dreams of different groups of people or cities is going to be just treasure, so precious source. Are you, for a broader perspective, are you going to use them, let's say, for gaming and narrative design, or this kind of plans do you have already in mind, just to use this source for alternative?
Look, this is the great question too, because besides all those things I said about dreams, there is one thing too. this is the great source of inspiration.
Yeah, it's for sci-fi movies, for games, for
everybody,
music,
for directors, for screenwriters, for writers, for game designers. You can just pop up and go like this wild fantasies.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just search dreams of different people and find out like a foundation for your next movie or for your next video game. Or you can just use it. I mean, if I connected to, for example, 100 people who has like dreams like me, architects like me, I can launch a video game who is for people just like us, who want to see things like this. And this is on one side very fascinating and interesting. On the other side, there may be very scary. I mean, because every technology has two sides. It's a scary side and a good side, and I believe in goodness, and I believe in optimism sometimes when I'm not depressed. Yeah, and that's it.
So it's going to be like a service. Let's say that I'm a filmmaker. I can just go and check dreams of other people, and it's just open service, right?
Yeah. Which public
open
dreams
source.
Open source network, open source streams, and open source constellations of dreams and dream cartography and dreams of the cities too. And you can map the cities, like
you can have just alternative maps, like a real maps.
Yeah, you can have. It's not just like, oh, I have Tbilisi map. Different things in there. So this is like big data of our wild desires there openly, and you can use it, and you can use it just for good, just to create something, and you can use it for self-analysis. You can find out what is it inside you, what's happened with you with these dream theories, and also you can find out what happens in your city, because you know what happens in your city by watching the city and by watching news about the city. And this is like a second layer. This is news about city, but from unconsciousness. You know?
You can also do some guided tours, like a physical guided tours through some dreams. Yeah, super fascinating.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for participating, and good luck, and keep us updated on this progress of your project. And thank you for listening to us. Tomorrow we will be having another talk within the framework of Tbilisi Pavilion. Goga Washakidze will be our guest. So yeah, just stay with us. Bye.
Gang.
Kaitša.